Hello, it's Elizabeth, the dietitian. Thank you again for joining me today to make another healthy meal. This is a Friday, so it'll be our last day doing breakfast, for a little while anyway. Next week we're going to move on to lunch. We covered a lot this week. Actually, I was thinking about it this morning as to what I was going to say, and we covered portions and we covered label reading for protein. Next week we're going to focus on lunches. We're going to go over 3 different lunches, and we're going to talk about how to read labels for fat and understanding a little bit more about the fats too. We're of course still going to talk about portions because that's an important thing. So once again, just to see what we were talking about, I came up with this, what we've covered and how I want your plate to look like a pie chart where half of your plate is fruits or vegetables, up to a half a cup of starch and 3 to 5 ounces of protein to keep our hunger down. When we're looking at labels at stuff such as yogurt, or even trying to figure out the right portion of sausages, like our last meal, it's important to know that grams are different than ounces. 7 grams is what we find though in 1 ounce of meat. So each one of those sausages we had were about 5 grams. 1 egg is 1 ounce as well. Today our protein is going to be in the form of eggs. We are going to be making 3 ingredient pancakes. And the way it works is on protein, we are going to have 2 eggs for a banana. They didn't have bananas at the grocery store, and this one is a little bit overly done. The past 2 days I've been like fingers crossed it's not going to go anywhere, so it may be super mushy. That's okay though. So we have that. So I have 2 eggs to a banana, and I say 3 ingredient pancakes because it has vanilla. No, the recipe calls for cinnamon, but I also like to add vanilla to mine a little bit. So mine's actually 4 ingredient pancakes. So we have that, and then I did mine with a little bit of Greek yogurt as well, just to increase my protein content to that 3 ounces for breakfast. Now, once again, when I did the yogurt, I did choose this one today. The serving size is 3/4 cup, and 3/4 cup has 17 grams of protein in it. So if 7 grams is the equivalent to 1 ounce, 3/4 of a cup is like 2.5 eggs. I already have 2 eggs in my pancakes, so I'm not going to do the full 3/4 cup. I probably did about 1/3 of a cup for my protein. So let's get making banana pancakes. So we take 2 eggs and we break them into a bowl with a banana. I'm nervous. It's maybe a little too mushy. Yeah, but it looks all right. Yay! And then you mash everything up together. While you're mashing the banana, the eggs will get scrambled up a little bit in them. And while this is working too, I'm going to start warming up my pan a little bit. I should move my plate. I don't think anybody likes warm yogurt. Now, if your banana is not as mushy as mine, I would suggest mushing up your banana a little bit before you add your eggs, so that way you don't get big clumps. And then let's add the cinnamon. As you can tell, I really like cinnamon. I add it to like everything. And a dash of vanilla. And once again, we're going to mix this all up. It looks delicious. Not yet. It will though. Okay. And now I'm going to spray my pan with a little bit of olive oil. I don't know if you've seen this at the grocery store. This is like, this is a Misto bottle. There's other brands. I used to have a Pampered Chef one that was glass that I liked a lot. And you fill the oil in there, not quite to the top, and then you pump it, and then it's your own aerosol. So it's kind of like Pam, but you're controlling the type of oil that's in there. So I'm going to spray my pan so that it doesn't stick. And then I'm going to pour some of my batter in there. These do make kind of a thin pancake. Some like to call it a crepe. Now the trick, they say the trick to really getting this a nice pancake is to make sure that it's pretty much cooked before you flip it. So really making sure that it is one side's really cooked. So let's check it out. I'm using a new app today so that I can pause it and switch it. We'll see how this goes. I hope it goes okay because I have no more bananas. Let me wait till this gets into focus because they say you can tell that these are ready to flip when the edges, you could see it on the edges of them. So I think this one is ready. And let's flip it. Look at that. And there we go. 2 pancakes. Now we'll see what they look like when they are done. We'll be right back. All right, I think they are done. Let's check it out. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna move it over to my plate. I'm gonna make the whole batter, but I wanted you to see what it looked like before I did. I won't torture you with my whole cooking process of cooking it all. So I cut this a little bit so that you could see what the inside of the pancake looked like, because I remember the first time I made these I was amazed, and still kind of am sometimes when I'm eating it, that this is nothing but banana and egg. And you know, the nice thing about this recipe too is that you can eat the whole thing. And it makes a fair amount of pancakes. You can see I still have a fair amount of batter left, and I have these 2 pancakes. I am going to use a little bit of locally made maple syrup later when I eat this, or you could use some local honey. It is allergy season, and they say that local honey may be a helpful thing to prevent allergies. So that's my meal today. Super easy, super delicious. If you tried it, let me know. Like and share my video so that others can see it. And I hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday when we make a lunch. Bye.